Welcome to another episode of Love Notes.
All nurses to the nurses station.
This is Taquita Love, a nurse and a comedian.
You think you could bring your brother the clear machine home? You know, the reviver.
And I'm talking to my funny friends about medical mishaps.
Clear!
You are listening to Love Notes.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Taquita Love, and we back on another episode of Love Notes. I'm here with my homie, friend, comedian extraordinaire. You seen him on Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. And Next Level, he got his own show coming out. Give Me 5. I'm on it too. You got to check it out. Dope as hell. And I think I won the episode. Give Me 5.
We'll
also, touring comedian. Got a movie coming out. Just doing this thing.
Yes.
BT Kingsley, y'all.
Hey! I don't know why I do that.
I know, it's like, I feel like when I be introducing, like, I feel like I'm at a comedy show and I want to be like, y'all make some noise for, and nobody.
You host like you host. Like I'm hosting like a dumbass way.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm a little kid on the street. How are you? This is nice.
Thank you.
This is a nice setup.
Thank you.
Got a whole little situation.
Yeah. It's because of you. Yeah, I was on your set. I was like, let me get my shit together. Shit. I got ideas too, though.
Man.
But that's what it's supposed to do.
We
Motivate each other.
That call, man.
Yeah.
Keep working to that call. I appreciate you coming through. You killed it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I ain't see
it's coming.
my cameo, and I heard it's.
Oh, you wasn't there. You got there after.
I missed my.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know I was singing, and
I gotta. I'll see if I can. I think I got a link. I'll show you before we leave. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, please show me the link first. Yeah, people was like, "You was funny," and I ain't know what funny that was. It was like, was I, you make a fool of yourself funny, or
that
was it like
hilarious? You know what's funny is I could tell still people don't exactly know what the show is. So it's like this weird balance that we're in right now. It's like I'm showing them like highlights of something that they don't totally get yet. I was like, when it comes out of it all.
Yeah, it was dope, man. That was so dope. I hope it go as far as it could go.
Yeah, boy, this city, man. It's an interesting space. I've been with Give Me 5 for some years now. I've been with that show maybe 6-7 years. So I shot it in one version. It was like, 2 DSLRs and same setup. Tangerine was still there, same setup.
Okay.
The dynamics of the show were slightly different, but it was still great. Like, I'm literally going to go on my old computer and bring it up just so I can add it into, like, this documentary thing we're kind of putting together for how it came together. So then it comes back up again. I shoot some rehearsals, and I meet the production team that I work with on it. And then once they see it, they get it. It was like telling it to people, they don't get it.
Yeah.
And then once they see it, then it all makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't get it when I came, but it was just like when we sat down and like the way that it just flowed, it was just like trust that it's gonna be fun because everybody that was there was comedians I respected. And you hosted, and then it was just like out of nowhere, it was like we acting a fool, we like amped up. It felt like we was kids, but it was like doing adult stuff. Right. And then I think you explained it as like like when you do the 5 with the football, fantasy football.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I ain't never did no fantasy football, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just go with it. And I'm happy I did. It was so much fun.
Yeah, no, you rocked. We got that. Might be that's definitely one of my favorite episodes. And it's definitely though we have moments in there that are like just highlighted that we had to showcase in the highlights. I'm like, this is so stupid. We had a good time.
Y'all got to check it out though.
Yes, Give Me 5 is coming very soon. Give me your top 5 on everything. Trust me, it's gonna be amazing.
Dope. I met you when I was a new comedian.
Yes.
Brand spanking new.
Yes.
I'm finally coming to a place where I'm like, I'm comfortable. Like I know I'm funny, and I'm like, I'm here. Let me just get it out.
It's about that time.
Yeah. But I want to know what your journey was like. Like when you started, what made you start? And then just like maybe some of the obstacles and highlights of your comedy career so far.
So I started in Houston, Texas. I did not know what comedy was. I didn't. Let me explain that. I did not know what stand-up comedy was. So there was no perception for me to understand this can actually happen live. When I watched Eddie Murphy or Def Jam or Comic View or any of this stuff coming up, I was just watching TV. So these are all TV shows where the dude comes on and the guy I like from the movies comes and does the talking.
Okay.
And then I stumbled into a comedy club when I was like 20, 21, because you don't see comedy clubs when you're 21. I'm trying to go to the club. I'm trying to go chase women, and I'm trying to go to the movies, like at top.
That's all you can afford is the movies.
That's it. That's it. Restaurant, movie. I'm trying to go to Bennigan's, the movies. So I'm not. So
Olive Garden.
You see me prepping Olive Garden. Red Lobster. Like I'm trying to go hang out at restaurants, or go see women, or go to a club. And then I see a place called Comedy, and you see them, but it just don't ever register to go in there. And I went in the club, and it was people on stage that I didn't know, that was not famous. I was like, wait, what is this? And it was like, yeah, you do comedy. I was like, wait, you could just do it? Like, you could just go on stage and do the funnies? I was like, wait a minute. And they was like, yeah, you want to go on tonight? I was like, no.
So you just walked in the club, and they was like, do you want to go on tonight? What club was that?
It's called The Joint. It was called the Joint in Houston, Texas, on the north side. And Alfred Rose, rest his soul, asked me, did I want to go up? And I was like, no, but I'll come back in a week. And I came back the next day. And I have not been on stage since. I started with like Billy Sorrells and Keisha Hunt and Blame, and a couple of comics in Houston that I started with. Ali Sadiq was our OG.
Okay.
Actually, he was like a rumor of a comic before. It's like, but when Ali comes in, because he's doing so well on the show right now, it's like when Ali comes in, then everything changes. I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I just started the shit. But once you get on stage, I never stop. And then there's competitions and festivals, and I do the Bay Area competition. I meet a lot of dope comics there, and one of the super dope comics I meet is a good friend of mine. You may know him. His name is Corey Fernandez. And I meet him. He's a hilarious
really
guy.
Dope.
Yes,
one of the funniest.
Yeah. I meet a lot of comics from there, and I'm like, literally, I'm just gonna come to your city. Like I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna just go chase down no's. And I was like, all right, paid, no paid, I'm not worried about that. I just need to come. Like, I need to just drive there, and I budget it out, and I'll sell merch or whatever. And I had like little funky T-shirts and CDs.
Wait, you was a businessman from the beginning. It seemed like you selling merch. I'm just coming to your city.
If you saw the merch though, you'd be so ashamed. I saw somebody show me.
Who was ashamed of money though?
Man,
I bet the exchange didn't make a difference.
It was $5 to $10. It was just gas money to get gas money and eating. There was a whole lot of double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. It was a lot of. You should have saw. Somebody sent me the BT Kingsley is here DVD. I saw it the other day. I was like, oh my God. It was like this intro, like, please give me a chance. I promise. It was like, oh my God. But anyway, so I went to every city and just got experience. When I got to New York with Corey, and he was like going on a road trip. He was doing coming to New York. He was like, hey man, listen, let's go to this my homeboy Alex Scott is coming up here. We're gonna go do some shows. Like, okay. Like,
so you just went in there, like the light bulb came on and you was like, I'm this is what I'm doing.
Once I was doing it, comedy has you could grab such a hold of the career, and it has such independence that you just go. So from that point on, I was just doing comedy. But around 7-8 years is when it starts to balance out, because I had to throw everything out around 5 years. Because what the stuff that I was doing would do fine on stage, but I hated myself as a comic. I was like, ugh, I would never pay to see. When I watch myself.
Just because of what?
I
was talking about, or?
I mean, not just so much that. It was just like, the crowd was reacting well, but I would not laugh at myself. This guy's not funny. I wouldn't pay to see me.
Okay.
And actually it was Billy Sorrells. It was, it's not Who's Got Jokes. It's Coming to the Stage, I believe the show was. I think it was Coming to the Stage on BT.
Okay.
And we was going to the audition. And Billy was like, you gotta do what's funny to you. Not what people are gonna laugh at, just what's funny to you and have fun. And from that moment forth, I love myself a comic, because I'm saying all the shit I would want to say. I was like, man, this guy should say that. Oh, he said it! So from there, it was like a totally different journey. And then, you create your own independence by creating stuff, and opportunities come. And any comics, do as many festivals and as many competitions as you can. Forget what people tell you and, oh, they rigged it.
Yeah.
Do not listen to those people. Many competitions, many festivals you can. The growth, the pressure, all that helps.
Yeah. I know I did. I've done a lot of festivals. But people used to say, don't do it because they just ripping you off. You ain't going to win. I'm like, but, you win because you meet people that you never would have met from different cities that you can call and be like, can I get stage time?
Yes.
I'm going to Miami soon. I hit somebody up that I met at Big Pine.
Yes.
And he was like, yeah, I don't have I don't have a room, but I know a lot of people with rooms.
Yes, and you would have never met them.
Yeah, if I didn't submit and spend $25 on the submission tape, and do.
And is $25 really a ripoff? Is it really like if you're not gonna spend? It's $5 bills. It's $25. What are we?
You know what though? I feel like I meet a lot of people that's like bitter. That's just like their career ain't where it want to be, and they be like, "Well, why you doing all that extra?" It's like maybe if you do extra, something else will pop off.
Oh God, are we gonna talk about that?
don't. Wait, I ain't mean to go there, but you.
Listen, man. All the older comics that are anti-Instagram, anti-podcast, anti-YouTube, man, I'm so sick of their ass. It's really it's really getting annoying. Cause we all start comedy and all decide to do what we're gonna do for whatever reason we're gonna do it. But there's a new wave. Let me tell it, the new Def Jam is the internet.
I mean, show business is business, and to get business, you need a fan base. And
absolutely.
Sometimes that you get it from the internet,
Sometimes you have to go out of your way to create a venue for yourself. To put
you better preach on a Sunday.
Yes, it would be great if Sirius or somebody called. That's great. That's all fantastic.
But you can't wait for them.
You cannot wait, and you shouldn't at this point in time anymore. Yeah. Content's king. You stack you some episodes. Put it out, man. Put it out. Only reason people ain't doing this because you scared or you lazy. Those are the only two reasons. Yeah. First of all, when older comedians are talking about this internet thing, the internet didn't exist when you started. Yeah. So what you would have did and how you could have did it is all irrelevant. It didn't exist. It is a wave. I know people that are making real money on the internet. Yeah. I'm not talking about. Like, it used to be a rumor. You used to hear, oh, man, so-and-so and them is over there making some money. But I know people now that are pulling down $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month on the internet.
Why would you shame that?
Because they ridiculous. and if by default you are building your fan base and you still hitting stages. So let me get this right. I'm hitting stages, or I've been doing comedy for a while, or I'm just starting comedy, or I got this new fan base and now I got to learn comedy. It don't matter. Because here's the reality. Most of those comics, when the big shows come and it's the 5 or 6 people, the headliners on the show, whatever, and it's coming to a theater at the Coca-Cola Theater this Sunday, the Comedy Festival. Like, when that's happening, it be 3 or 4 of the vets and then 2 or 3 of the internet comics. They don't grab me. They don't grab. I have substantial amount of credits. I am, humbly speaking, destroying stages. They do not call me. They call people who can put butts in seats.
Because that's business.
That's it. So if they're doing all the best shows and the biggest shows, if they're eventually going to catch up. So all this, I ain't doing that internet stuff, man, I'm gonna just get it natural. It's like, it's over, fam. It's over. Get busy. Get to working. Get to creating. Whatever that idea you have, it ain't the idea. Yeah. It's not gonna be this thing that just like, oh man, when I put out my web series, when I put out my show, then I'm on top. And if the people don't get it, then it's like, no, it ain't that. Yeah,
you gotta just keep, you do
producing. One, then you do another one, and then you get better, and you get better. And the next thing will be better than the last thing, and then eventually, like, let me tell you, I believe we live in a world where content is king. My only goals for the rest of this year are YouTube and Facebook. Nothing is more important than those 2 venues, because if I can create creatively, as somebody that's been on the set with me, I ain't got no problems betting on myself. I was like, at high quality.
And you should, because if you don't bet on yourself, if you don't believe in yourself enough, then how you gonna ask somebody with big pockets to believe in you?
Exactly.
And I think that just proved that, like, if you put the work in for yourself, that they can trust you.
Yes. You keep working until they call. Like, I don't believe I was talking to somebody the other day about the Dr. Pimple show. I haven't. It's some random show about this chick who is on TV with her popping pimples.
The whole time she popped.
It's like really big people come in and they have like their assist that they have to get, but it's whatever. As gross as that sounds, that's what the show is. And they try to pitch the show and nobody wanted it. It was like, that's disgusting. Why would anybody watch this? Fast forward to this lady putting the show up on YouTube, and now she's on season 3. Right,
and she ain't gonna be able. People gonna be asking if they ain't already knocking her doors down.
Exactly.
How can we produce this on our platform?
And now they got it's another show that's exactly a bite off of her show on a totally different network. Like, well, we got somebody that bust bumps too on our show. We got Dr. Bust Bumper. It's like,
but that one ain't got all them followers from fan base
exactly
on the social media.
So you just have to build it. You have to create. They're not really green lighting original ideas. It's like, so put out the original ideas. Go get your following. Go get your fan base. And follow me on BT Kingsley on everything. No, not on everything. YouTube and Facebook. Notice I didn't say Instagram. They pay $0.
Okay. I feel like at a point the mindset shifts, because now I see you, and you seem. I know you always been serious, but right now I guess the last maybe couple months that I've seen you like you like on a different level.
I've adjusted my focus to. I want a headline comedy club. Humbly speaking, the show is great. When I headline, I do well. So now I just got to get bodies in the seats to make it make sense for the rest of the nation as far as comedy clubs goes, or whatever that looks like. So now it's like, okay, now that those things are in place, it's like, just grow the following online. And meanwhile, in between time, I'll just produce, whether it be a movie, whether it be a web series, whether it be a unscripted. I'm just gonna keep putting stuff out.
Okay.
And eventually somebody will get it. And I'll come. I'll try to package and pitch the idea, and people get it, and then they want to change it. And it's like, no, listen. The show's called The Love Hour. It's like, these are the love notes. These are what we're doing. This is going to be the topic. Well, we think that you should have the show, but we should have another host. It's like, yeah, it's my show, you guys. No, we love the show. We just want to take you off.
Yeah, but that's just. Thank God we got the power.
Yes.
Technology. It's like you could do it yourself.
Yes, and put it out.
Do it however you want to do it.
Yeah, follow love notes online while you're out there.
Oh, hey, thank you. Look at that little. I was gonna ask for a drop later, but you did. You was like, you know what? Love notes is where it's at.
We're gonna do another one. That was just for the people, because they be trying to follow the show and share it. It's free. Just share the show.
Yeah, you're not angry, is you?
It gets irritating.
Okay.
Share the show.
Okay, y'all share the show. Okay. You said it.
In October. So yeah, that's just the way I've been just seeing things going.
I agree with you. I mean, I don't know. I saw Mary Kay growing up.
Yes.
When I first started as a nurse, I was like, you should have residual income.
Yes.
And because I worked with a bunch of women, then I would, like sell all of my products. I would give it to them, on credit, and then when payday came, I would get them their bills. But I feel like the business mindset that was set in me because of selling Mary Kay.
Yes.
Do I still sell Mary Kay? Occasionally.
Gotcha.
But I feel like it set me up to be like, okay, we got to do business. Like, you got to call people. You got to follow up.
Yes.
And it's not makeup I'm selling now. It's like, it's me. Like.
That is hilarious. As somebody who lived in the MLM world, in the multi-level marketing world, I did ACN for a while. I did Herbalife for a while. I'm still like
I remember Herbalife.
Yeah, I'm still like a senior.
You was cold.
I'm still like a senior consultant. I'm still like 2 or 3 levels in on Herbalife. I just haven't done nothing with it, and my body never changed. Not because they didn't do nothing, just because I don't love working out. Herbalife works perfectly fine, but with that being said, doing that business does teach you to do things for yourself. But the thing about that business is you got to be so invested in that for it to go, it goes well. Anybody thinks it's not a scheme. It's a business that I own on my own, and you offer the business to people and whatever. And if they don't want to do it, that's fine. But there is a way to get into the business and make a lot of money. But you got to believe, you got to do it. And we comics, it's like we focus on something else. It's like I'm focused on comedy. If people stop calling me, when people stopped answering my phone because they thought I was calling them about Herbalife and it was about a show, I was like, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, I did. When I did Mary Kay, my mom, everybody supported me, right? My mama had the wrong shade of foundation on at church events because she was supporting me, and all my friends signed up under me, and I got like a couple residual checks. And then my friends was like, they wasn't feeling it. They was like, we just supporting you. They didn't really want to do it.
Exactly.
And so I got a couple pink checks from Mary Kay, and then they stopped.
Yes, because you gotta find. You would have to find another you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's it's just like chasing the nose. You go through as many noses you got to get to that heat.
Yeah. I knew I was more of a go-getter. The lady that signed me up for Mary Kay, I went to a party at a strip club, and we was in there selling Mary Kay products at the strip club.
As you should.
And we sold one package. Some girl brought something for her boyfriend. I guess she felt bad. She was in the strip club. And we was like, don't you want to get something? And it was just the hustle.
He needs some moisturizer. He is crusty.
While she was like letting somebody toss her. You know what? Give me one of those. I feel bad.
This is a strip club where male strippers are dancing for the girls, right?
Right. So it was all women audience, and then male strippers, and it was Mother's Day, I think. And I was just hilarious. Like, the fact that this lady, and she, she was Caucasian, red hair, and like nice preppy looking, like she was just got finished baking cupcakes or something like that.
Oh, those are the ones.
And then we walked up in there, and she showed me how to hustle, and I was like, she was like, she didn't take no for an answer. She didn't care if what the little things were swinging, the little tassels. She was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And she went to the next person, and then I'm just like, I didn't know that those things would set me up to like be okay with the nose. Everybody's like, no, I don't want no damn perfume. But somebody brought one.
Yes. And you know what I think about, like, right now, like, just like really enjoying the journey as a moment. Remember that moment. Remember this moment. Remember where you are. Remember getting space to like work on things that you want to work on. Like, remember all that stuff, because at some point in time you'll be like sitting by your pool. It'd be like a puppy and maybe somebody some kids running around,
like Roman grapes.
Yes, and it'll be like, and they'll be like, man, you remember when I used to do America, and it'll be some young comic when you're out, man. So how did you get where you got? It's like, you just got
I sold perfume at the strip club. That's how we
with the little ball on it. The old white lady was grabbing. Oh, that's not the ball I need. I need the little. I'm the wrong balls. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, that's true though. It's true. I feel like, and I'm from Chicago too, so I feel like sometimes the hustle. Yeah. People be like, "How are you doing a nurse, and then you doing comedy, and then you producing the show?" And it'd be like, because like I could do more than one thing.
Yes.
Or why you doing comedy is what people be asking me. It's like, because I can.
Those are that same energy is the same energy that is the people that say, "Why are you?" Don't do the festivals, don't do the competitions. Mm-hmm. Like, your fears can't be my fears. Yeah. Your fears and it didn't work out for you, but like when I did Uncle Clyde's at Flappers, and everybody was like, everybody was like, why you do Uncle Clyde's? I was like, because they don't know me over here. I was like, man, you can't be doing that. And then I won Uncle Clyde's. I was like, whatever, $2,000.
I did Uncle Clyde's. I won $500.
Yes.
I didn't make to the
500 count.
But right now I'm a regular at Flappers. So I got a relationship there.
Yes.
Now,
and Barbara isn't like my college agent, because I was trying to get on her radar for colleges.
So you be saying don't do it, but look what can happen if you do.
Exactly.
Oh, BT, you up here dropping knowledge. I look up to you as a comedian. As a mentor. We throw that scarf on. I feel like you be, telling it. Every time I see you got a scarf. Like, that's your signature.
I always got a scarf.
But I did a show recently.
It's 95 degrees outside, by the way, too.
And you got the wool scarf because it got the little.
It's thin, though. It's thin. I can see through.
No, but we did a show together at Flappers on Tony Baker's show recently. Yes. And then as soon as we got done, you pulled me out, you gave me notes and stuff. And at that moment, I don't know if you remember that, I felt like, like I'm like a real, not like a real comedian, like a respected comedian. I was like, oh, okay, they respect me now. Oh, I'm on to something now. But it was dope, because especially as a female, sometimes it's just like we do it, and then like guys talk to us for the wrong reasons, or don't give us feedback and don't really pour into us. So I appreciate you coming. You was like, you know what, right now. And that's exactly what I see you do with all the other comedians that you mess with. And it was good to get all that positive reinforcement. And like you said something, you just like, I see a show, whatever you, and
it was crystal clear. You had the perfect set for what is a for like, I just be watching like how I be watching everything like from a distance sometimes, like how the city moves. The city likes a lot of things very specifically. They love character work. They love, especially small people doing characters. They love it. It's something that I see, like male or female. If you're small and you do exciting characters with a lot of like you could create a world, they love that. they also love a set that, in a short set, when you could structure a whole world, that's beautiful. And I saw it that night. I was like, no, I could see your TV show. This is exactly what happens. These are the characters that are there. It was like crystal clear, and it was a perfect Hollywood showcase set. I was like, oh snap! I said, if the right people saw this, they would just be like, oh, that show that exists.
Okay, let me buy. I have to buy that set from Flapper. Sorry.
I mean, but I've seen you since then. I've seen it been like incorporated a lot because you're talking about your life. You're talking about your real stuff. A show with a black nurse that has these different dynamics and all your hilarities and your energy and random little jigs and dances and little, do
I shoulder shrug like
favorite auntie energy. I was like, oh, this is favorite young auntie energy. It's like all that stuff works. I'm like, no, this absolutely works.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yes, that's hopefully, fantastic.
Yeah, things will pop off.
It will. Competitions was something I know you want to
talk. Yeah, the competitions, because we were talking about that, and I've submitted to a lot of competitions. I got accepted into the Big Sky competition.
Come on now, Big Sky.
And I tell you that the response that I received, like I've already received, I haven't been yet. Like I just got the email that that you're going. Somebody text me to congratulate me on being in it before I knew I was in it.
Yes.
But I'm already getting opportunities because of it, and I ain't even did it yet.
Big Sky is fantastic.
So, like the big festival, I'm happy that I got in it, but I appreciate the Ventura, Comedy Harbor Festival.
Yes, it counts.
Where you drive 2 hours to do 5 minutes.
Yes.
So I know we was talking about that.
Well, I'll say this. And this is for comics, for people watching business. I'm convinced that this city and industry is built under a couple of things. Number one, people being able to speak up for you when you're not there to speak up for yourself. So people, industry people, whatever that looks like, bringing you. You know who'd be great for this, Taquita? And that when you're not there to speak up for yourself. Number two is good tape. I believe if you have good tape, then it bypasses you for a lot of things. So if you wanted to, whatever your goal is, right? Even let's say you want to be an actor. If you want to be an actor, and you wanted to be in a really good movie, you would need you on film being a good actor to submit to then get on a movie where you would be showcased as a good actor. And then once the world sees that, then everybody knows you're a good actor. So then you get to work because you're a good actor.
Right.
If you want to do if I want to do a competition, then I need good tape at a comedy club. That got a good tape. I gotta buy that tape from Flappers.
Like, let me get that real quick.
let me get that good tape.
You saw the show. I'm like, they'll see it.
Okay. Send that showcase in. Right, send that good tape in. Get a competition. At the competition, somebody sees you for late night. Now late night might lead to and the late night good tape leads you to the Netflix. It's like, I think good tape is fantastic. Big Sky might be the only reason I have to say the Bay Area competition has been better, is a better competition, because for me, it was better. For me, the things that have come out of it were better. The me working on the road with Don C.C. Curry is a direct reflection of that. Management situation is a direct reflection of that. Like, a lot of my relationships are all reflections of that. But Big Sky is amazing. They pay for everything. It's super fun. The only thing they don't pay for is you getting there.
Yeah.
But you're going to eat way too much food. Way too much food. It was a lot of food. It was like, all right, 7 a.m. we having breakfast. And then at 10:15, we're going to have a snack.
Okay.
And then at 11, we're going to have lunch. And then at 2, we're going to have another snack. And then at 2:15, we're going to have dinner. And then at 3, we're going to have a second dinner. And then it'll be time for the show. And then we'll eat 2 more.
Are you trying to say all I'm going to do is eat?
It's a lot of food. It's a lot of food. Drinks, alcohol, it's fun. No. We went shooting guns. We went horseback riding.
What?
It is, and they do not separate you from the industry. They don't have this. Oh, hey, this is the don't talk to them. They're the industry. Enough is enough. She works for NBC. She's better than you. They don't do that. Y'all so all together. Everybody get in the van together.
Okay.
We're all going to this. So it turns into this thing where I'm just kicking it with people, and you just happen to be at NBC, and now we're just cool. And that is a beautiful relationship. Go, have fun. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
Big Sky is a good time.
Oh, I'm excited.
I almost submitted again this year. I did like Like I did like the second or third one. I think they're on like year 5 or 6. It's a good time.
Dope. Okay,
and,
I can't wait.
And it's highly respected now. Big Sky I think South by Southwest, Big Sky, and Montreal are kind of all in like the same breathing area. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Hey,
yeah, Big Sky. Good times.
I can't wait. Oh, I got questions. My bad.
You got.
I know, but you know what? We was talking one day about nursing, and I remember you telling me that your mom was a nurse.
Yes, my mom worked for Texas Children for a while. She was at Texas Children Hospital. I used to go and like play video games with the with the cancer kids. It was good times.
Who says I'm going to my mom's job so I can play video games?
Yes. You know, they had a whole little setup downstairs. So
the playroom must be off the chain.
It's so weird now that I think about it, man. I've been traveling a lot. I don't want to put my mom out there, but it is what it is. I used to be she was working late nights, and I used to be at the house. Like I've been fending for myself for a very long time. Like man, I might have been 11. I might have been 10 or 11, maybe 9.
Oh, but pick a number and just what you gonna say?
Might have been 6.5. Might have been 3. What? I might have been 3 at home, making myself noodles to go to sleep. Like I was super young though, but I used to. My little young tail used to also get on that bus, go all the way from the north side of Houston to downtown Houston, like. Switch buses 2 or 3 times and go show up at mom's job, hang out with her, play with the kids that had cancer, and like all the handicapped kids. They had all the video games. They had like the Nintendo and the Sega and all that stuff. We play the games and get on the bus, go back home in the middle of the night, walk down a super dark street, go in the house, lock the door. Like
they let you on the floor like that, huh? They let you on like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got all kinds of little weird hospital nursing situations.
Any unexpected visits to the emergency room?
Unexpected,
like most of them are, but you know.
I'll give you a flip. Not unexpected situation that I specifically didn't go to the emergency room and I probably should have. I don't know if they can see this, but still to this day, there's like a scar here, and there might still be I don't know if
it's in the bone and stuff.
It might be glass still in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should have went to the emergency room.
I mean,
I don't even know the story yet.
I'm fine. So in the essence of chasing the nose, when I was talking about it, go full circle. You said it so fast. In the essence of chasing the nose. In the essence of like chasing the nose. When I was telling you earlier, like I went and decided I was gonna go to every city. By the time I got to New York, it was with Corey. I had officially flew in because I rode my car. I rode my car like 9 times. So I'm on the road. I'm doing like the speed limit between El Paso and Houston is like 13 hours of nothing, right? So I get in the car. I'm doing like 93 miles an hour because speed limit is like 85. So, you do like 7 over. I'm doing like 93. Back tire blows out. Car flips. I roll the car like 3-4 times. Bumper to bumper, all this other stuff. Car stops. I'm upside down. 18-wheeler almost misses me. I was like, I should probably get out of this car. I get out of the car.
You saying it so calm.
Because
like it wasn't life or death. I hear life or death.
Oh no, it was serious. It was like but when the car takes off, as soon as it happened, I not to get super preachy, but I feel God like kind of put his hand on my chest. He's like, I got you. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's great, but nigga, what about this car? Like I just bought this car. He was like, yeah, I ain't making no promise about the car, BT. I said, is there any way you can make the car go bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper? That way, as it's flipping, I just end up having to get two new bumpers. And he was like, I'm not gonna make no promises. And then the car stopped, and that was a conversation I had with God. I remember it like it was yesterday. And car's laying upside down, and I look. And then I look the other way, and then the 18-wheeler barely misses me. Like, I was like, all right, I should probably get out of this car because I flipped to the other side of the freeway, to the oncoming traffic. I get out of the car, and because I'm a nurse in my mind, I give myself an exam.
Well, your mama taught you some stuff or no?
No, this is just
you learned all this stuff in the playroom.
I saw this in the playroom, and I watched TV. Dookie Howell's the MD, and I was like, all right, cool, I ain't no broken ribs. Like this is me outside of the car after this 9 rolling car accident. Ambulance pulls up. That ambulance pulled up, and they said, oh yeah, we should take you in. I'm like,
You didn't want to leave your car.
Forget the car. The car was gone. I didn't want to pay them prices because I was like, I don't have no insurance.
Why do people,
man, I did not want to pay the price. All I could think about was like, if I'm in the city, I know that ambulance ride is $800. I know that is $800.
You don't have to pay that right then and there.
I ain't gonna never pay it.
Right, but at least you know you good.
Man,
somebody check you out.
Man, listen, I just checked myself out. Everything's fine. I checked myself out. I was like, they was like, man, you got to come in. I was like, no, I'm fine. They was like, sir, we need to take you in. You rolled your car. I was like, no, I'm fine. Now, mind you, when the people first went up, they're like, oh my God, how did you survive? I was like, oh no, is anybody in the car? I was like, how did you survive? I was like, no, I'm fine. Are you sure you're okay? Is there anybody in the car? I was like, no, I'm Logan from the X-Men. I'm Wolverine. It's fine. They was like, he's delirious. They was confused.
You probably was delirious.
No, I was just joking.
Because your body going to shock.
I was like, literally, no, I'm just coming. What I was adrenaline was definitely pumping because, so they sent me in the thing. They're like, oh, we're going to take you in. I said, no. They're like, well, at least let us check you out. Mm-hmm. And they go and they're doing stuff or whatever. And then they go to do the eyes. Now, I have a basketball injury on this eye. So my pupil doesn't dilate correctly. It throws like, okay. Say cuz, it throws like all kinds of gang signs up. So it's not a complete circle. This one's fine.
Don't dilate. Don't do like this.
Right. So they go to one eye, it dilates. They say, okay, cool. They go to the other eye, and my eye say, yeah.
They thought she had a herniated.
They thought, they was like, yo. I was like, no. It's old basketball.
Why they was trying to? Why we be so against the emergency room in the hospital?
I'm trying everything in my power.
People, we don't go to the emergency room.
Not go to the emergency room. So they was like, all right, man. And sure enough, I end up just like the tow truck guy just takes me to some random hotel. I tell somebody from Houston to come get me, and as I'm in the hotel, I just go lay down and like go to sleep. I was like, all right, man. I definitely had a concussion because the phone ring for when the person was arriving, I was like, yo, my phone's almost dead. I don't know where my charger is. This is the hotel room, and this is how the phone went out.
You still said forget the emergency room.
I was like, that's not right. Like, I was out of it. And that day, for the next 2 days, I was fine. Mm-hmm. And then it hit, and I was hurting for like 4 days because I guess the adrenaline, your body doesn't notice it.
It's like the stress hormones stop your body from feeling stuff.
Yeah, so I didn't notice anything for 2 days. 2 days I was fine. I did like a show like the next night. I was fine. Man, my body went into complete breakdown after that. I couldn't move. I felt swollen. My lips was burning.
If you flipped over in cars, what do it take to get niggas to go to the emergency room?
No blood, I'm all right. Ain't no blood, I'm all right, baby.
And you think you got glass in your arm?
Oh no, it was glass. Cause so mind you, this thing is a scar at first, right? Like it's like a scabby scar that would come up every now and then. And one day, maybe 4 years after that, I'm just like picking at it. I'm like, ooh, this thing is itching. And I was like, and I randomly had picked the scab, and I picked like a shard of glass like this.
It was in there?
Yes, it was like this long. And every now and then I'd be talking, and now mind you, I was doing this, I wouldn't feel it, but I'd bump it every now and then.
And it would hurt.
And it would hurt. It wouldn't feel like a funny bone, but almost, it was, whoo, the thing, whoo, all right, whatever.
So you've been living with glass in your arm.
Probably still a little bit in the X-Men life.
Okay.
It's your boy Glass Man. Glass Man. Good.
So you made it to your show. Did you kill the show? Whatever you.
I was totally fine for 2 days.
In the name of comedy room.
That's it. And then after that, I said, I guess I got to fly everywhere. That's it. Get on that road.
That's what's up.
You so ashamed of me right now.
I mean, you know what? You the second guest that was like, I had something happen, but I tried not to go to the emergency room.
Right.
And I didn't go to the emergency room, and we still here. You know, that have to feel like this.
If I'm being fair, the person that came, the woman that came to pick me up was a nurse too. So I guess she was keeping an eye on me. Nurses be doing more than doctors anyway. I don't know if I'm supposed to start that kind of controversy on this show, but y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I accept it. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do all of it.
You do all the work.
I feel like, but this is how it is. The lower the level, the more you do. Mm-hmm. And the less you get paid. So if I'm the nurse and I'm doing all this, imagine what, the secretary doing. They holding everybody's secrets. They got too many secrets to hold on to.
Right. That's
on everybody's business.
Oh, you can't mess over the secretary. She know where all the bodies is in.
since you grew up in a household with a nurse, your mom, you said you tried to say she wasn't half there, but she was there. The bills was paid. She was taking care.
Oh, no. My mom was nursing me.
I took care of myself since 6 years old. I was making my own ramen noodles.
No, I was saying that she used to be at the place all the time.
At work,
like, she used to be at the. I was hanging out in the hospital a lot. I had so many of them little apple juices. Oh man,
with the little gold foil.
With the little
silver foil, you pull it back.
Why don't they just have regular apple juice? Why hospital so cold?
Oh, to keep the bacteria out.
It's cold.
Because when stuff moist, then it get molded and bacteria live in warm climates. But if it's cold, then it helps decrease the risk of infection. There I go with my nurse.
Come on, nurse.
The nurse came out.
I
know a little something. No, but I know even though your mom was a nurse, did she have any, or did you grow up in any wise tales, as far as the remedies? People have home remedies, apple cider vinegar cure everything.
Does it?
I mean, in our household, apple cider vinegar. Headache, drink some apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, my mother was
acne.
I definitely hear apple cider vinegar all the time. My mother was about BC powder. My mama think BC powder fixes everything.
That's the pain stuff.
Yeah,
right?
It's I think it's aspirin.
But it looked like cocaine.
It looked like cocaine. They come in these little they come in these little plastic cocaine things, little wax paper, and my mama swears by it. Like anything, headache, flu, stomach, foot, ankle, anything that's going on, BC powder. And it got to here's the problem. The problem ain't her remedies. The problem is her loving me too much. She'd be trying to take care of me without me knowing. So how sometimes parents will slide money on you, so on and so forth.
She slid it.
Slide that BC powder on me. But BC powder looked like cocaine. My mama, I get home one day, and mind you, I got pulled over and was dealing with all this stuff with the cops, whatever. And they had searched my car. It was a whole thing. It was, black people shit. And I get to the house, and I'm just kind of frustrated. I'm taking all the stuff out, and they was I remember the cops being super aggressive, there bet not be nothing in this car. And I'm just like, you guys, it's not that serious. I don't drink. It's yeah, we've heard it before. I get home and I'm unpacking my stuff after dealing with all this, and I see this foil. I initially think, oh, the police tried to slide something on me.
They planted
something on me. I was and I don't know if they couldn't find what they planted, but we finna have an issue. Man, I opened the foil up, and it looked like cocaine. I was they did plant something on me. Come to find out, mama, that damn BC powder.
That damn BC powder.
That damn BC powder it looked like cocaine. You can't take BC powder to the face. You gotta
You're supposed to mix it in something, right?
No. You ideally because if you mix it in something, it'll fall to the bottom. It doesn't hold well. Ideally, orange juice and then pour it in.
Okay.
Because water don't really work. She take it to the face.
I don't know if I took it right. My mama gave it to me when I first the puberty hit and I had cramps, and she was like,
Did it work?
Yeah, it did.
So BC powder fix everything, I guess. I'm sorry, Mom.
When you said BC powder, she came in like if it was like a dark night or something, she came in I have the cure, and she did me right though.
Yeah.
But then, you can't find it nowhere though.
It's definitely hard to find in
because it looked like cocaine. That's why
it definitely looks like cocaine. LA has a there's not Walmarts out here. It's not it's like a few, but they try to focus on their small businesses, and it's harder to find in small businesses. You go to Walmart or maybe a Target, maybe a pharmacy, but Walmart has them for real. Okay, you got to go to the rural areas of LA. Go to Rialto. They out there. You just gotta
Rialto. You going all the way out there for some BC powder.
You gotta go to Oxnard.
They got Aleve. I think Aleve went out back then or something.
Nah, and I
they didn't know no better.
I might be going crazy. Aleve, because of the powder form, it might work faster. Because when it does work, when BC powder works, it works.
Yeah, you probably should have had something and sprinkled it on there.
I should have sprinkled it on the glass. The glass would have came
Let's
on
keep
out.
Some BC powder with you.
I might still rub it on there. BC powder is the tip of the day.
It's the cure. Well, you know what, BT, we out of time.
Oh, man.
My cameraman telling me to wrap up. Is there something?
It's out of time. So listen, you guys, please, YouTube and Facebook is where I need your energy. BT Kingsley under BT Kingsley. BT King. I should come up. With that being said, She Wins is coming. She Wins is a movie.
What happened to the? Is that what I auditioned for? I remember you called me in to audition for a role.
How long ago was this?
That was a while ago, and
then that was probably it.
Okay.
Because She Wins is 5 years in the making.
No, it was maybe 2 years ago.
No.
In Burbank, and it was like a improv scene. You wanted us to
maybe.
Improv?
Well, no. 5 years in the making, as in we started shooting 5 years ago, and then we had to pick up and shoot again, and we had to pick up and shoot again. So maybe.
Okay.
I believe so. I be doing stuff all the time. But yes, so She Wins is coming. Top of the year, and Give Me 5 is coming in this fall in a few weeks, few months, September, October-ish.
Okay, well y'all keep y'all eyes on BT Kingsley.
Yes.